What's up, Hacksters? I'm gonna be honest, I'm impatient. I got really tired of waiting to unbag the Hackaday Supercon 2024 swag bag, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it rather than waiting another day. It's been real busy here at Hackster HQ. We're coming up with a lot of exciting new stuff, but that doesn't mean that I can't do the fun things as well. So, hello, I'm Alex Glow. I'm your usual video host here at Hackster.io. And yeah, we're going to dig into the swag bag. So, first up, we have this beautiful water bottle, which, if you're familiar with Hackaday Supercon, almost every year they give out one of these. They're super cool. You also tend to get a tote bag celebrating Hackaday's annual event in Pasadena, California, at their HQ and at the LA College of Music, LACM. It's like a music and design school. It's very cool. Their own designs are incredible. They always have these really beautiful designs going on. And I'm going to go through not only the swag bag, but also some other cool stuff that I picked up over the course of the weekend. It was, as you see on the bag, November 1st through 3rd. So not this last week one, but the one before. And I've been waiting a long time to dig into here. So we've also got a mug and our usual t-shirt, which we'll have a look at as well. I didn't put that on. I didn't want to reopen the bag because it's been a week and a half. I've forgotten what's in there. So I'm actually really excited to have us both discover at the same time what it is. This mug came with some stuff in it, but first I'm going to give you a quick close-up of the badge everybody loves. So this year, the theme was all about SAOs. There was a contest to design the best ones. And as you can see, this has space to mount 6 of them. And it comes with 4. So let's take a quick look at some of the website stuff real quick. We've got the official Supercon website. Very neat. Very shiny. You can check out my unboxing from last year, including the swag bag and some other cool stuff like these cool tiny like skull and cat shaped LEDs. Very cool. Winter Bloom pin. This is oh, is that from Mike's Electric stuff? I think it is. Yeah, and we had a really cool video around that. Anyway, lots of other cool stuff. Some 3D printing on carbon fiber, which is something I did a few years ago as well, but this piece is from David Shorey. Anyway, that's all last year. It's old news. You can also find some of our shorts from last year. I'm still processing the ones from this year, but you can check out lots of other cool stuff from Supercons past, from Maker Fairs, from my Fix-It launches, from Halloween, my cool spooky PCB from Open Hardware Summit, all kinds of stuff in the links below. So here is the badge reveal blog post, also linked below. You can see the 4 SAOs that they give you to start off with. One with a microcontroller, one with a plain proto board, one with a little touchy scroll wheel thingy, kind of like an old iPod, and one with a spiral of LEDs. They tell you all about those in the blog post. It's got a Raspberry Pi Pico W, so you've got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I think that was the first one that featured the RP2040, right? Let's see. Raspberry Pi. Oh, it's so tiny. I think it is an RP2040, but I could be wrong. It could be 2350 at this point. All right, so yeah, they tell you how every GPIO pin on all 6 of the SAO slots is individually accessible. What is an SAO, though? An SAO is a 6-pinned connector compatible add-on for badges. So it's kind of an easier way to get into con badge design. I think DEF CON was the one that really pioneered a lot of the PCB badge culture. Joe Grand, one of the first big makers of those. And then, lots of greats and heavy hitters. We've got Twinkle Twinkie and other people who've been making badges forever. But if you want to get started on a little bit more low-key of a way, you can create add-ons for other badges. And these have an incredible amount of creativity. SAO itself, they're describing them as Supercon add-ons in this case. They do mention, however, that there has been this history, which there's like Supercon add-ons. Previously, it was simple add-ons as described by Twinkle Twinkie. Originally, though, Brian Benchoff this is the first time that I heard about them, and this was back in 2018. So 2018, this one. 2020, I think, is when simple add-ons started to become used, and now they're being termed Supercon add-ons, which I'm okay with. I don't know. I feel like though you'll see them at other places far beyond Hackaday Supercon. They've got the files on GitHub here. You can see what the criteria for the challenge were. Best overall, categories functional, fine art, and fun. Coolest toys, light show, most ambitious, best communication, and least manufacturable, which I feel like I didn't. Okay, full disclosure, I did not actually watch the the awards, but I saw plenty of things that would qualify for any of those categories. So we were sharing, my colleague Ginger and Ben and I were all at Supercon, and you can see things that all of us saw at Supercon, including a bunch of SAOs. This little multimeter one by Thomas Flummer, incredible. I did a couple of flybys of the SAO wall/museum. There was one that was an entire spool of solder and a soldering iron. But I think the most outrageous one that I saw was this mechanical typewriter, electric typewriter that someone hooked up to the internet so it could actually print stuff off of there. It was ludicrous. He actually wore this around his neck. Oh wow, it was incredible. So I'll be sharing some short videos about more of these in the future, and watch out for those. But I'll be scrolling through some of these as we look at them. You can find all the entries on the page for the contest. And I've got some of these in hand, so we'll take a look at those. Check out this Nixie one, though. Oh, beautiful. Okay, enough yapping. Time to look at some cool stuff. All right, we're going to pull out things from the bag here. These are... Oh, hey! I just met this guy at during our offsite in Chicago recently. Hope you're doing okay. I did have a great time. It was good to be with friends I hadn't seen in a while. All right, so here's the tote bag of legend, and I'm just gonna plop this on the desk here and pull stuff out. Let's take a look at the table. I'm so excited. I might end up doing a little soldering to connect those SAOs. Actually, first let's pull stuff out of this mug. Okay, so in the mug we have SAO number 1, the spiral. Move this. You're gonna hear a lot of that bottle rattling around as I kick it around my desk. We got some stickers. Find Chips Pro Hackaday 20-year anniversary. That's a pretty cool sticker, honestly. They had their 20th anniversary party over the course of this weekend. Supercon 8. More Supercon 8. Are these glow in the dark? I'll have to find out. I'm applying them to a lamp currently. Okay, now. I don't think so, but it's very bright in here. They should be glow in the dark. Okay, so more stuff in the mug. Here's the protoboard SAO. Oh, yeah. With headers. There's actually 2 in here. That's cool. Nice. We've also got the one with the microcontroller on it. So you can program that guy with its own little code on there. And I guess I just put all the automatic... Oh yeah! I forgot about this one. This one you can put a little LED in for each of the Supercons that you've attended in the past. And I meant to assemble this, but I couldn't remember which ones I've been to. I think I went to the second one, and I think I've been to everyone since then. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Memory is not the best, and after a while they all kind of gel together in a good way. In a good way for sure, but like, yeah. I remember back in the day, I remember so the year that I built Archimedes, my robot owl, who's not actually up here right now, 2018, and then Jay built Aussie. Was it maybe the same year that I think it was the following year that we both did a talk together on the Supercon stage, and he did another talk this year about companion bots. So that was a really cool talk. There were a bunch of really cool talks. So right now I'm pulling attempting not to drop everything, because I remember that I wrapped a bunch of stuff up in this t-shirt in order to kind of separate it by day. I had them laid out on my hotel room bed, actually, trying to keep straight which day I got which thing, and that was a mistake, because now it's all going to go everywhere. Let's get it on the desk again. So we're just going to slowly unfold this, and I'll show you the t-shirt once we get that to happen. Okay, so here's the t-shirt, and if we unfold layer 1, we find the program, very cool, with maps and the schedule and stuff. All right. Okay, layer 1. Oh no, dropping things already. We have a flippy drive. What is this? I have vague memories of this. This came from Brendan of the MNT, or Minute Reform team, who is now at Crowd Supply as well. So I have to check out what this is. Let's see. It's a mystery. And let's make sure that I got that right. Yes, it is from Brendan. My memory is okay. Ooh, Crowd Supply hollow hex stickers, hex bin format. Love that. Ooh, there's lots of stuff in here. So this is not an official swag thing. This is something that Brendan showed me. This has to do with the Flipper Zero. Okay, I'm gonna have to research this. What is this? Is this like a? It looks like it's got an SD, like a micro SD card add-on for the Flipper. Could it be so? Is it like a memory expansion for Flipper Zero? I will look that up. Okay, anyone who feels like looking up Flippy Drive on Crowd Supply. But given the fact that it has a dolphin on it, it certainly looks like that. Oh, here we go. Pre-production beta firmware. Ooh. And some kind of a hardware mount. This looks like it goes in a port. Maybe the hardware port. Okay. Maybe the GPIO port. Flipper. Tucking that back away again. Thank you, Brendan. I'm very excited about that. I really want to do more stuff with the Flipper coming up. Okay, so also in this geologic layer, we have the Blinky Loop SAO. I think this is all stuff from the last day. Yeah, this is from Thomas Flummer. So his design skills are just incredible. I had him on Hackster Cafe a couple of years ago after he made some really beautiful plugins for another Supercon badge that were like little cartridges in this same kind of cyberpunk industrial style with these little logos and stuff. His style is so recognizable and so gorgeous. Check this out. It's got a little keychain attachment. And this is a little RGB LED whirligig thingy with the SAO attachment. Blinky Loop SAO. Oh, check that out. The contrast between the white silk screen and the silver hassle solder coating. Ugh, so pretty. Now where does this go? Oh, it goes in there. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, I'm going to play with that later, but let me show you the page for that real quick. It has been submitted on the on the contest page. So this is the badge tag NFC SAO. Very cool. Expands the badge it's mounted to with some of the traditional badge functionality, like e.g. showing a name and possibly providing contact details or similar. Imagine that, a badge that helps identify you and give you access to places. I love that. It looks like a standard little like access lanyard badge. Brilliant. And then we've got the rotary one from Thomas. I opened up a bunch of these already, but it's just getting in the way right now. So here's the Blinky Loop SAO. You can find more about that. But also, he created this tiny digital multimeter that actually works. It is bonkers. And you can see this year's DEF CON badge under there as well. Just, it works. It has tiny, like smaller than normal banana plugs that go in there. It is ridiculous. I saw it in action. It's incredible. You gotta look this thing up. It's so cool. I do not have one, alas. I'm gonna close the rest of these because we can just access them from the contest page. All right, so back to the cool stuff. So thank you, Thomas, for those. Those are so cool, so cool. And yeah, I will later on link Thomas's Hackster Cafe appearance interview. All right, so going another layer in. On the last night, we had a Hackster celebration happy hour at the congregation, place across from LACM and Supply Frame. So that's where I got to meet up with Thomas. Okay, here we go. Here's another level. Oh, it got a bit squashed in my luggage. But we can see the Skull of Fate SAO. This is one that I actually bought. I got too excited about this after seeing someone else run around with it. It's a collaboration between Pixel Thief and Make It Hacken. And look at that. So this one actually does a tarot reading for you. And it comes in a little gold and velvet bag inside of the box. And here is our little info sheet. Beautiful. Alone late at night in your castle, you reach out and grab the cobweb-covered head sitting on your mantle. Was this the head of a fierce enemy defeated in battle? A villager slain in... You know, I'm not going to read this whole thing. You can take a screenshot and read it later. Because we've got a lot to get through. But check it out. I will do a separate little demo of this, probably a short video. We got some stickers, Make It Hacken and Pixel Thief. I love it when people with such different aesthetics collaborate. Look at that. And then a little Skull of Fate, Ace of Swords sticker. Then we have the SAO itself. And here's the front. We've got little LED eyes, LED matrix eyes. And if you hold down, I think, both of these buttons, then you get an NFC link that opens up a reading for you, a 3-card tarot reading just for you. That is ridiculous and cool. We're going to take a quick look at it on the page. Let's find the Skull of Fate. Here we go. An interactive tarot, RFID, not NFC, cards featuring I2C host and I2C client capabilities and GPIO interface with the badge. You can see the LEDs in action, which was the thing that I was really digging to show you here. I didn't even notice the little silver tooth, or is it? It's got to be a gold tooth with that Enig coating on there. Wow, so cool. Looks like it also has a micro USB connection, and then you can see one of the readings that you can get via GitHub. So clever. Okay, back to the stuff. So next up, we have an intriguing rainbow ground symbol sticker. Then we've got, yes, the soap SAO. This one paired very well with another SAO that was this year. A shark eating a rubber ducky. And there was also a bathtub. So let's take a look at those. It's so cute, though. By the way, if you have an older style SAO that just has 4 pins, I think it's power, ground, and then I2C stuff, you can use those with the modern connectors as well. You just put them off to one side and match the pins. So let's check this one out. Oh, take me back. There we go. Okay, SAOP. Oh no! I swear I just had this one. I know it's in here somewhere. Ah, I see. Defeated by the load more button. Here we go. Just a cute bar of soap. Soap. The soap loves you. It doesn't do anything. It just hangs out and looks cute. And honestly, I can't argue with that. We all deserve to do that sometimes. Cut yourself some slack. Be soap. All right. So, oh, honorable mentions, by the way. I was carrying these around in my bag. Claire Danielle Cassidy, creator extraordinaire, was handing out these earplugs for people who have like sensory sensitivities, or just, you know, sometimes you're in a loud place and they hook up onto your regular earrings, and you can get them in different colors and stuff. She's a magnificent human, always bringing cool stuff. Also, Shrook Elatar, who gave one of the keynotes, she got an entire room, like an entire auditorium of people yelling along, interacting, doing crowd participation in a talk about health wearable safety standards. So she had us all learning like the different tiers of safety standards and what makes each product go into which tier, and the distinctions between US and EU standards and stuff like that. What a badass. And she's actually going to be joining us, I believe, for our Impact Spotlight next week on the theme of connected health tech. So stay tuned for that. That is our monthly free virtual showcase of Hackster community projects. Someone brought a whole bunch of stuff that they were getting rid of, and I just adore old packaging of electronics. There'll be much more to come about this type of thing, but I just had to pick up this one. It was an empty package, and I just this design just gets to me like no other. I'm actually going to be designing a robot that has that same style and uses some of those things. Here's a noodly guy. I need to look up my notes to figure out who gave this to me. I think their name was Randy, and I've got a photo of it with their badge. So thank you, Randy. I don't remember much else about that interaction. The weekend is a blur, but this is indeed a long strip of LEDs that's super noodly. Okay. I think they're pink if I end up hooking them up again. A Tigard. This is so cool. I'm gonna have to look this up on Crowd Supply, I think, but this is from Joe Fitz, aka Securely Fitz, who multi-protocol interface tool. You can check it out on securinghardware.com. We ended up giving out one of these at our happy hour as well. I'm gonna look this up, but I'll drop the link in the description of the video as well. Securinghardware.com. I'm gonna break the seal on it now that I've got it on video. Ho ho! Let's see what's in here. Joe posts a lot about hardware security. He is a long-standing expert in the field. Okay, here we go. Here is our device. Ooh, self-documenting. Beautiful. It says lots of stuff about its pinout. Bridge the hack jumper to bypass the SWD.io hack resistor. There you go. Software debug IO, I guess. And let's see if I can find this on the website really quick. Well, go to securinghardware.com and you can find out more about this type of thing. Also, the trainings that Joe runs. Lots of cool stuff. I'll be looking this up later and maybe do a feature on it individually. There's lots of stuff here that merits following up. Not all of this was swag. That certainly wasn't. And so there's going to be lots of chances to dig in deeper. We've got some cool stickers. Oh, yes. I think this was Morgan who created the coffin PCB badge, super cool. Was working on this Barback 2.0 bar bot. This is from Sam Edinger, who had the capybara. I'm not going to say its name right, but it's a giant capybara head that takes and prints out thermal printer photos of people, which I have somewhere. But where? And here is from Joey Castillo, the Sensor Watch Pro SAO. I did a Hackster Cafe interview with Joey last week. I will also link that in the description, but if you just look up Hackster Cafe or bit.ly/Hackster Cafe, you can learn more about the Sensor Watch project. It is a crowd supply available PCB that you swap out for the original PCB brain inside of a Casio F91W watch. And that's this like super classic Casio that you see everywhere. And it enables you to program it with, say, Mars time, or you can also do tarot readings with that, actually, and all kinds of different stuff that you can do with the Casio and its display. So he made an SAO that interfaces with the badge, and you can see that it's like all of his oddly specific objects, self-documenting. Beautiful. Joey always makes cool stuff. All right, what else have we got? Ooh, we've got a cute little tiny Hackaday logo. This is the Yo Dog one. I heard you like it's like mini SAOs on top of SAOs from Dave Darko. Go check that out. So, Yo Dog, I heard you like SAOs, so I put, etc. Oh, it says it on here. I heard you like badges on your badges, so I've got badges. So I put badges on your badge. There we go. These are extra tiny connectors. I'm not even going to take them out because I would lose them on this black fabric, that you can attach to a sub SAO. They're like sub SAOs one level deeper. How deep can it go? This looks like an SMD challenge PCB, but I'm guessing those are LEDs and resistors that shine through. Oh yes, there we go. And an Iron Man. So we've got surface mount, shine through LEDs, little resistors, and then Iron Man. And then a little Hackaday logo. And he's even included the LEDs. That's so cool. They look like 1206. Yeah, they look like 1206s, which is my favorite size of LED to solder. And everything, actually, when I make PCBs that are surface mount, I try to do everything in 1206 size because, to me, they are the perfect size to make them SMD-able and compact, but also solderable by hand. Here we have a beautiful little Crash Space token. I forget who exactly gave. Oh, I think it was Jay. Not Odd Jay, but the other Jay from, I shouldn't say the other Jay. Another Jay, who is just called Jay from Crash Space. Thank you. We have the Ingress van trading card. I did a couple of short videos on this incredibly modded out van that the Ingress team, specifically, I think his name is Crash Farmer. It's in the short video. Has created with screens and LEDs that are responsive to stuff on the internet, and you can hack this van with your phone. It is so cool. I'm gonna pull up our shorts again at the end so that I can pull up that video for you, but incredible. It all runs on Raspberry Pis inside. It's an actual van that if you play Ingress, you can hack it. Okay, so this is another one from Dave Darko, I believe. It is Han Solo in Carbonite. Let's take a look at that one. I think he's somewhere down here. Yes, here we go. Han Eseolo. He has some beautiful little shine-through LEDs on the back. You can see that Dave has done the thing that many do, which is apply hot glue or other adhesive over the shine-through LEDs to sort of contain and channel the light, make sure that it goes through the PCB and that all the light is captured and sort of routed back out through these exposed PCB areas that are not covered in hassle coating, aka like where the copper is coated with a mixture of, I think, tin and some other stuff, and possibly lead. and the black solder mask and the white silk screen. All those are stripped away to leave the bare FR4 fiberglass base of the PCB. You mount these LEDs on the back side, and then they shine through to the front, and then you get this gorgeous, not only shining through part of the design, as you see here up here, but also backlit, which is something that I love to do with PCBs as well. Oh, it's such a gorgeous effect, and you can find out more about this one by looking up Han SAO. Okay, we're nearly at the end. As if you see, we've just got this little pile of stuff to go through. Let's have a look. This really satisfies the raccoon part of my brain. Oh, TARS! Love SAOs, love robots, love a robot SAO. Check it out. It's even got... What is this? Okay, I had not pulled this out yet. We've got a flex cable with something mounted on... Oh, it's a USB-C connector. What could be so complex? We've got a little display. So I guess you're going to be programming the little display via this entire extra little USB-C connector that is included with the TARS SAO. So go check out that QR code. And here's the back of it. Gorgeous. Wow. Okay, is that a tiny light bulb battery? Is that a speaker? What is it? It looks like a speaker. But it also looks like a tiny battery. What are you? We've got SAO and badge I2C ports here. We've got a bunch of labeling for the different pins. Of course, our SAO connector. This is the thing where I'm like, is it a strange battery in an enclosure, or is it a speaker with some kind of that's just like using a JST connector for some reason? Like that, those obviously do exist. It says also, Newton's third law, the only way humans ever figured out of getting somewhere is to leave something behind. Very evocative. Okay, I'm gonna check out the page for this and see what's going on there, Dave. Just Dave Darko again. Let's see if I can just find this from his profile. Projects. Aha, yes. Okay. Inspired by Interstellar's robots with 6 touch buttons. 6 touch buttons! And it is a speaker. That's what I thought, because why would you need a battery on an SAO? Although, you know, maybe it could run independently. And a 160 by 80 pixel display controlled by an RP2040 board. And is this like a... Yeah, this looks like an RP2040 board you'd get from somewhere else, but I'm not familiar with it. I'm sure he tells us. Tamagotchi sized. Ah, I'm so weak for Tamagotchis. Oh. Oh. A cheap ESP32C3 board I found while working on Flipper at home for a bit. This is a rabbit hole. I'm not going to go down to the rabbit hole right now. I have to stop myself. Okay. It is very easy to go down deep, deep tech rabbit holes with that stuff. I'm going to spare all of us and move on. We're so close to the end. I think I've got like 3 more things to pull out of this bag. Are you ready? We've got a couple of pieces of paper. Oh, yes. So, Sprite Lights. One of our contest winners from our tech fashion contest last year was Smalls, aka Catherine Connell, who's also been on Hackster Cafe, my interview show. So that's bit.ly/Hackster Cafe. This is a stick-on temporary tattoo that includes LEDs. This one has, as you can see, a coin cell battery that kind of makes it bulge out. But the actual Sprite Lights one that she's created and produced on Kickstarter have a flat, super low profile battery, and they look gorgeous. I am going to find those for you because this is really cool and I love it, and I haven't actually taken it off its battery to activate it yet, or off its backing to activate it yet, because I want to save it for a special occasion. Not that Supercon isn't a special occasion, but you know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up. Sprite Lights. You can see that both there is this Kickstarter that she did. with these gorgeous temporary LED tattoos. And somewhere in here, I think, is just a demonstration of exactly how flat it is, because it is mind-blowing how flat this battery is. She dug around to find one that was, here we go. Check those out. The energy batteries. And you can find her prize-winning project as well. I don't know why it doesn't think I'm logged in. Dude, I'm an admin. Let me in. Okay, cool. So those are sprite lights. This is just a fun little one-off that she made for the conference. Well, maybe 50 off or something like that. Here is another thing from Joe Fitz, Securely Fits, securinghardware.com, PCB analysis ruler. This is, I call matte black solder mask the little black dress of PCBs because it is so beautiful. This is interesting because he's got straight up copper in appearance. And I think that that might have to do with like a... What is the deal there? Is that silkscreen? I think it's silkscreen. No, it can't be. Is it copper? I'm a little confused because we've got matte black. Is that the... No, the substrate is regular fiberglass. This is blowing my mind right now. Okay, so A, we have a super thin PCB, which is always really stylish, just because it's so unusual and lightweight. So this is like a business card. But also, he's got black matte solder mask. Then there's also white silk screen, and I'm trying to figure out what the deal is with this copper, because it's not just exposed copper. It appears to have some kind of a, like, finish on it, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Joe, I'm going to have to steal your brain at some point. Anyway, super cool little business card. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, gorgeous. I keep flipping it over the wrong way. Anyway, check out Securely Fits on the internet. Does super cool stuff. I keep calling him Joe Fitz. Joe Fitzpatrick. He's like me. He uses a short version of his last name, I guess. DJ Jackalope was there. Miss Jackalope, super cool person. Always has incredible graphics in the background of her DJ sets. You might have seen her at DEF CON. She's awesome. Go check her out. Then we have the Hackman SAO from Bob Instant Arcade. I think he used to be an Imagineer, unless I'm mixing up with someone else. But Hackman. So he actually made a rotary, like a polar version of Hackman, like a round version for last year's Supercon Vector Scope badge, and it is ridiculous. I've got some video I'm going to be putting up on our YouTube and Instagram later on as a short video. Got a little interview with him about that. Here we see more of that effect. Remember with the reverse mounted LEDs? And once again, we've got these piles of adhesive on top to sort of waveguide the lights. In this case, though, they are side mounted. They're shining into the pool of hot glue from the side. Very interesting. I think that's so that it diffuses across the entire area of the exposed PCB. Let's take a look at the SEO page for that, because that's going to explain things a little bit better than I can. So here we are back on the SAOP page. This was an amazing one from Geek Mom Projects. I've got another little recorded short interview about that, but let's go back to our gallery and find the Hackman. Here we go. Ha-ha. That's what it looks like when all the LEDs are on. You can see that they're shining up from the bottom, so they're kind of underlit, and really gorgeous effect there. And that's thanks to the diffusing effect of the adhesive where the LEDs shine up from below. Very cool. At Instant Arcade, at LEDs Social on Mastodon. Very cool. Bob has made all kinds of cool stuff. All right, we're nearly at the end. we've got 2 more things. We've got a 3D printed business card from Alley Cats. Check that out. 4 colors, QR code, plus two-tone logo and name. So cool. Got another interview with Allie that's going to be coming out. They are such a cool maker, and they came with a 3D printed and electric, I think a bass guitar, because they were dressed up as Marceline from Adventure Time. This is Darcy Neal's beautiful EMF Explorer badge. I already did an interview and published that on our YouTube channel, which you can find under the Shorts tab from Open Hardware Summit. I keep dropping this. This is a beautiful badge. This lights up in green. I should just turn it on. Where's the... Is it one of these where you just push the volume? Does it need new batteries? Do I need to find a switch? Let's find out. Anyway, check out the art on that. This allows you to detect and analyze electromagnetic signals around you in the environment. And then once again, backlit LED. Check that out. And this is the effect that I'm talking about that I love so much, where it not only shines through the PCB itself, but also you get this backlighting. So if you wear it on an outfit, you get this eerie and beautiful effect. Helen Lee gave this to me. Helen Lee of Crowd Supply, who is also a genius and makes lots of really cool electronic music instruments and things like that. It's just as you'll see if you watch the interview, which I'll link in the description after this video is over, you can plug in a pair of headphones here. You can put a lanyard on it here. You can adjust the volume here and just listen to the EM signals in your environment. I'm getting so excited all over again. I had forgotten about this completely because it was sort of a random happenstance encounter, and Helen just sort of like handed it to me, and then I remember it bouncing around in my bag for the rest of Supercon. And I have a really short memory, which is great, in my opinion. It's not super helpful all the time, as you might imagine, but it does have the perk that each time I have a good surprise, I immediately forget about it within a few minutes, and then I get to experience it over and over again every time I re-encounter it. So not great for productivity, not great for anything else, but for that one perk, I think it's sometimes worth it. I get to remember that Helen gave me this awesome badge from Darcy Neal, who is an incredible artist who makes really cool badges of all types. That is just aesthetic joy right now, you know? It's one of those things that just like hits all the buttons for me. So I would say that some of my favorite things out of everything I saw at Supercon, I gotta pull up my list because again, bad memory, but let's take a look at the shirt, by the way, now that I've unwrapped everything from inside it. It's that same design that's on the tote bag, but it's nice and soft. I've got my one from last year that I also love the design of, and it's really soft and I go running in it all the time. So my favorite things, I would have to say that Thomas Flumer micro multimeter SAO is just incredible. He was definitely out of them by the time I ran into him, which is understandable because everyone wanted one. Come back to the page. That was just like a really standout entry. I feel like this EM badge is a little hard to count because that I had already like seen that one and done a whole like little interview about it at Open Hardware Summit. Here's that rubber ducky that goes with the soap. Oh, Andy Geppert, who I featured a couple of years ago with the Core 64 Core Memory badge, has created an SAO now. This is magnetic core memory with ferrite toroids embedded in it, ferrite beads that you manipulate with a magnet, and each one is tied to an LED that turns on when you activate it with, such as this little magnet wand. How cool is that? Okay. Yeah, just tons of really gorgeous ones. Deborah, I believe, won a prize for her bendy guy SAO, the let's see, wacky waving arm flailing inflatable tube guy. Wacky waving arm flailing inflatable tube. I think I've got that out of order somehow. But anyway, if you see her wiggling this around, which you will when I publish the little short interview about it, she's got these really cool systems where she has these slip rings kind of that are made with these like tracks, and you've got these spring contacts that connect the PCBs, and she has spacers and all that really interesting. She will take an idea and just run with it and keep prototyping it and digging really, really deep. I love looking at Deborah's rabbit holes and seeing how deep she goes with these designs, because it's really incredible. She'll get really conceptual with it, just like, what if we did, this specific concept and then just ran with it and explored it in 6 different directions. I'm really curious what this is. What in the world? Does this include like infrared and ultraviolet? What is WWC? What is metamerism? Okay, I'm gonna look this up later. Temperatures of white. Cool. This is hilarious and awesome. Color space, gamuts, and all that. So many cool different ones. That printer was incredible. Mini OLED SAO, super cool. Here's more of the little Yodog add-ons from Dave. I did love this plushy, fuzzy hedgehog SAO. That was super cute, and I've never seen a plushy SAO before, or indeed a plushy badge. This Nixie Tube one, I wish I'd seen in person, because that's gorgeous. I did see Scorchworks' Infinity Mirror. This Skull of Fate. I'm such a huge sucker for tarot, NFC, RFID things. And I have more to share on the subject of NFC and RFID little giveaway gadgets, which I will cover in a future video. As I mentioned, we're really busy here at Hackster HQ. We've got the next set of spotlights coming up for you. That's next week. We have another free virtual event, 9 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be showcasing some really cool projects from Hackster community members on the subject of connected health. If you'd like to be part of a future set of spotlights, be sure to check out the Impact Spotlights page and keep an eye on what subjects come up. Then you can email us at impact@hackster.io. I'll just pull up that page real quick. It's events.hackster.io/impact spotlights. Here you go. And you can see our previous themes: smart agriculture and sustainable farming, smart energy storage. We're actually hopefully getting Shrook, who gave a talk at Supercon, to talk to us about connected health as well. Subscribe to announcements. Each of these has a couple of webinars attached from our sponsors on the same subject, so check out more about that. Again, that is next Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific, and it's going to go for about an hour. We're going to have a bunch of cool stuff. I will be emceeing, as you might expect. We've also got tons more other interesting and exciting stuff coming up for you through the end of the year, so be sure to stay connected and stay tuned. Follow us on all the things, because that is why I'm so busy. That's why it's taken me a week and a half to get through this swag bag unboxing. And there are so many more things. There's a whole bunch of Raspberry Pi stuff that I'm dying to unbox for you. And the reason it's taking so long is because we're planning lots of cool stuff. So stick with us. Have an awesome rest of your evening or rest of your day, whatever time it is for you there. Thank you for joining me. And as always, hack on.